here, and as you can see, I'm outside with Landon on this gorgeous night. And as we're live streaming, shoot in any comments, questions, ideas, anything that you want alongside there, and Landon will relay them to me, or shoot, I could even watch it on my own phone here. But anyway, so evidently this is the golden hour, right? When you're anyway. So I wanted to share with you guys a little bit of my own story today, about how something that's really had an impact on my faith journey, and also I want to share this a little bit with you. Now, I grew up in the Church of God, Anderson, Indiana, which is a Wesleyan holiness style influenced theology church. And what that means is it's like the Methodist Church. It came out of the Wesleyan tradition, but the holiness part came in with the camp meeting revival influence of the late 1800s. Anyway, holiness. And so in that style of church, one of the downfalls is that you put too much too much weight on acting correctly. Am I acting like Jesus? Am I doing this? And feeling really, really bad when you don't. And I had that problem growing up, had that problem for years through grad school and even on into pastoral ministry. You know, I remember talking with my mom about it, who's a pastor once, and she said to me, Aaron, you got to stop checking your spiritual pulse all the time to see if you're okay. Meaning, I was so worried about, was I doing the right things and not doing the wrong, sinful things, that really I had kind of made myself miserable. And in fact, that kind of thinking helped push me to, really some big doubts. Some big doubts in the early 2000s, I suppose, really early 2000s. And I had to really work through those. Now, mind you, I was a full-time pastor at this point. And so this correct theology is really important because it can hit any of us. So I'm going through my childhood and, just being overly sensitive, overly conscious of I don't want to sin, and feeling really bad, beating myself up when I would. And we can get into something about that later. But now, here's what really impacted me. And the statement is, don't over-moralize Christianity. Don't over-moralize. Now, what does that mean? Well, to over-moralize means to make it all about rules. Because when we make our faith all about rules, do this, do this, do this, don't do that, go to heaven, burn in hell, when we over-moralize, we rip the heart out of our Christianity, and that's exactly what I was doing. And it turns into something dry and lifeless and sometimes cold and mean. But don't over-moralize your Christian faith. Well, okay, Aaron, so what did I do? If it's not about following the rules, what's it about? It's about being truly human. Being truly human the way God created us to be, the way Jesus was and is, the way that discipleship way that Jesus invites us to. And so I've switched from this over-moralizing rules version of tawdry Christian faith to this more solid, and dare I say biblical view, where we worry about, are we human the way God created us? Are we reflecting the image of God to those around us? And I know I'm going over 4 minutes, but stories always do, don't they? Landon, has anyone shot anything on their side yet? Not yet. Okay, we'll keep watching for that. Now, I'm going to invite you to see, on the one hand, don't over-moralize your Christian faith. But then, as I gave a danger of the holiness tradition, a danger of the mainline church traditions are to think only about grace and never about discipleship. Never take seriously because, well, you've got grace. So those are the two ways we shouldn't go. We should go down the middle, which sees God creating in us new creation through the risen Jesus, who brought new creation himself. Behold, Paul says, the old is gone, the new has come. That's where I want to go. That's where I want to be, this new humanity follows. And what does that look like? It looks like Jesus, pure and simple. Okay, and you've got to go find him in the Gospels, as we all do, and grapple with how he comes alive in our time and place, as every generation does. But that's what I wanted to share with you guys today, and hopefully you can get a little bit of bonus out of this. Don't over moralize your faith. Don't make it all about rules and judging those who don't follow the rules. As my mom said, don't take your spiritual pulse all the time, because you become OCD. But then on the other hand, this is serious stuff. This is life-changing stuff. We're called to be truly human, the way Jesus is. As the Father has sent me, I send you, Jesus said in the Gospel of John. So let's be that kind of church today. Let's be that kind of people. Let's be those kind of disciples who are truly human. Amen. See you tomorrow.